Welcome to the 5th edition of Pajama Chats. I am Brit Stueven, the creator of The Break Changer, and this is Megan Conter, the mistress of marketing. We are here talking about comfy, honest things in our pajama masks today and comfy leggings.
Oops. That's my foot.
And so today we're actually talking about getting out of seriousness so that we can feel good in our bodies. Now, how did this all come up for you? Because we just talked about this, totally off camera, had so many great things.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest issues that I kept experiencing was, I would get invited to speak back in the day about social media, and being one of the first social media consultants in Denver back in the day, I was one of those, unicorns that could speak on the topic. And so I'd get up there and all of a sudden it was like this serious look would come over my face and my brow would furrow and I'd just start talking and it would be like so much information to give and so much seriousness would come in. And the whole time I was like, my heart's up here in my throat and I felt like I got off the stage and I'm like, that wasn't me at all.
Right.
So I stopped speaking on marketing because I was like, this is not me. This is not my brand. This isn't who I am. I'm not serious.
Right.
And so part of it is, well, what is serious anyways, right? Like, how does that feel to us? How does seriousness feel to you?
Like sometimes it feels like when I hear that, it basically feels suffocating, right? It doesn't sound like the real me. And like we were just chatting about like when I was teaching English in Germany, that was one of the things that felt way too serious. And a lot of things in Germany in general just feel very serious. But yeah, like in certain scenarios, it just feels like it.
Right.
It brings you down.
And it feels almost like it's what's expected of us somehow. Like society expects us to be serious in order to be considered a professional. And I can definitely say that I've proven that to be wrong. Because if everyone walked around with the same personality and that very serious personality 24/7, it would look very much like a robot world.
Right.
And there would be no authenticity whatsoever.
And you said that you were getting more meetings as a result of finally just being yourself.
Yeah, so,
doing silly things.
I mean, even if you go into, I used to go into certain meetings where I was invited and it'd be a room of skirts and suits, and I'd come in my vibrant colored, dress, and I would just meld in with the surroundings. And then I'm like, ugh, that doesn't feel like me either. So now I go into an event like that or a meeting, and I really just... I use my personality the way that I do when I'm talking to you, that I do when I'm, standing in line at the grocery store.
Yeah.
I just approach it in this very vibrant way of like, whatever comes up, I say it. And I end up getting more appointments, more meetings, more power partners. People are attracted to that because that's who I am, truthfully.
Right.
And I feel better in my body. And we're not saying that there's anything wrong with being motivated or committed.
Yeah. Or at times there are times to be serious, right? But, yeah.
But even me, I can feel the physiological difference in my body of being motivated and committed to do something like, yeah, I'm in alignment with this right now, and I'm going to get shit done. I'm in GSD mode. I'm going to crush this.
Yeah.
Versus, I'm so serious, Brit. I got it, so serious about this.
Yeah. And
it's a very different approach.
And so, let's talk about the simple ways to shift that energy.
Yes.
So, some of the things that you do. Now, let's start out with what you said you do in the grocery store sometimes.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so anytime, it's not usually the grocery store because there aren't people walking around necessarily asking you questions, but, like Bed Bath & Beyond or the clothing store or whatever, they come up to you and they're like, how can I help you? And I just, whatever the first thing that comes to mind, well, I'm looking for, a tall Amazonian man with an afro who's about 7'5", and I would love him to be my native bearer, and I just say the most random things, and people laugh, and it's like, they're going to ask you a question, that's why they're coming up to you. They're not going to be like, hey, what's your solution on world peace?
Yeah.
So just have fun with it, right? Some people call it a pattern interrupt. Like,
Right.
make that person's day. Make your day.
Yeah, like, that person's never going to forget that question.
No.
They're going to go home and they're going to tell their spouse, like, oh my gosh,
I just had the best day at work today.
Yeah, and it happened within 5 seconds, and it probably shifted their energy so quick.
Exactly.
So, okay, the other one you said was accents.
Yes. So a lot of times, especially when I feel myself starting to get really serious, I'll just almost like, oh, Megan, you're just getting so serious right now. This is a very serious topic you're speaking of. Jeez, I think we should just put on our serious face and deliver this a little bit more seriously. I'll just
It's amazing.
break into a random accent, and it just really shifts the mood like that. It's hard to be...
It does. Of course it
hard
does.
to feel anything but delightful when you break into an accent. Don't you feel delightful? I feel delightful.
Feels amazing.
It's
I love
wonderful.
it. So what other things have you done to break the seriousness?
Yes, well, the other thing I do sometimes is my friends and I, when we're in good moods, we'll take these funny pictures. Like, I have this one that I sent to my friends where I take my dog Layla's face and I made her look like this. And I just send it to people when they're having a bad day.
Ugh.
It just really makes things. And my friend Erica does it with her cat, which they look even weirder. Maybe
Oh my
that's just 'cause
gosh.
I'm not a cat person, but,
Yeah.
sending funny pictures, memes, those kinds of things.
Right. Oh, yes.
Those kinds of things. And I always have a song or two on my phone that's ready for me to queue up at any point in time.
Yeah.
And I'll just do this thing that my college roommates and I used to do where I'll walk up to someone who I'm standing with and I'll be like, if I danced like this, would you still be my friend? And I'll just break into some random dance, It's just like, why do we have to be so serious all the time? I feel my body feels 10 times lighter right now, just that I've been serious, or not serious.
I know.
That I've been not serious for the last minute, or 5 minutes, or whatever time has passed.
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Time is flying, because we're having so much fun.
So, you guys.
Yeah.
What about them? What should they do?
Well, so one thing that I was going to mention that I've done before in Germany before I got on stage to present something at Startup Weekend is all of us just started, just like shaking our bodies out in complete silence, but just totally just getting it out. And we were not nervous, and we did so well.
That's a perfect thing anytime you're starting to feel nervous or serious.
Yeah.
Just do what dogs do and shake it off.
Or just go,
shake off the mood.
Yeah.
But our point is just take these things and do them, right?
Yeah, and to basically shift your expectations, right, on what silliness is and what getting out of seriousness is. Again, it can be something that happens within 5 seconds and it changes the rest of your day.
Yes.
It could even just be like kind of just giving someone a funny smile or like, I don't know, like walk, like, or maybe instead of smiling, just walking by, like this to somebody.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't know.
Instead of like waving, just be like, shaka.
Yeah, just see what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, why can't we have more fun with our day-to-day life and even our professional life?
Right.
I tell you what, people remember what I say at my Denver Dames events now a ton more than what they remembered when I used to speak. Okay. Because I just get up there and I deliver it from the heart and I deliver it from the gut and it's just raw and it's fun and it's whatever it is. And that's how people will remember you. If you're trying to constantly worry about what other people think or might think or how they could think or, oh, man. Yeah. That's just a trap.
It's too much. So. Maybe in the comments, post a silly picture or post just something silly that you've done recently or what someone's done for you or something you're thinking of doing now that we've talked about all this.
That we've percolated these ideas.
And I'll see you next time.
Woohoo!
Bye.
How does this look? Should I wear this as an everyday thing?
You should.
I think so too. It's pretty nice. It's a nice fashion accessory. I look good with hood ornaments.
This isn't the most inviting message, but
no, it's not.
It's okay.
That's why I didn't want to
it's
wear
still.
I'm wearing this shirt that says "Love is the answer." I don't think the "Do Not Disturb" goes well with it.
Pajamas.